Guys, let me take a moment and share this on my page. Good morning from here. Good morning, everyone who is joining us first. Who is joining first? Good morning, everyone. Let me tell the guys on Facebook. Hold on, guys. Let me use a moment and share this. Good morning. Who are the people joining? Your name and where you're joining us from, please. Let me give a shout out. Yeah. So good morning, Henry. Henry Chinonyem. Good morning, my brother. How's everything? I hope you guys enjoyed your sleep. It's 8:54 a.m. via in Istanbul. Today, 29th of January, 2020. So, guys, you see, everything we've been telling people, all the things we've been saying, not once have they proved us wrong, because these guys, they are not sophisticated in their minds. You see, the political class of Nigeria, they are one of the dumbest people. They are one of the most dumbest group of people with power you can see anywhere in the world. You don't even forget what they are telling you. You check their body language and you will know exactly what they are planning and their next move. If you remember, like a week ago, Tinubu made a press release and they everywhere caught fire because of it. And I'm like, are you people even surprised that Tinubu is not going to do anything that will imperil his shaky relationship with Buhari? Are you really thinking he will do that? Buhari already told him what he could do to him. He was put in a dock. Even though he's a beloved son of the Chatham House, Buhari still docked him. And you don't need anyone to tell you that Tinubu is power drunk. So when you put all those things together, you understand exactly why he made that statement. Now the Miyetti Allah guys have come out it's on newspaper Vanguard. Let me show you that the Yorubas should forget anything about the 2023 presidency if they ever institute Amotekun, as if they were even going to give it to them. Are you seeing it? And wait, let me play this thing. It's on headline news. I think it's from TV Continental. Let me play it so you hear it yourself. Okay, here's the video. Why is it still doing this? Hold on, guys, it's coming up. I restarted my system, so. Sorry, God. Okay, now here is the video.
Welcome to Off the Press, the program where we take a look at the national dailies, as you do know, and try to make sense of it and dissect it. And with me to do so this morning is Moses Naipe, who's a public affairs analyst, and stay with me is Ugochukwu Ikako. Good to have you both. Good morning, gentlemen. Good to have you, and Happy New Year. We've not seen it since the beginning of this year, so it's good to see you. All right, let's go straight to the business. We'll have a couple of papers this morning, Vanguard, The Nation, Punch, and we'll take them one after the other, but we shall begin with the Vanguard this morning. And it says...
But these people, please, you're putting on a traditional dress and you're putting a suit on, a coat over it. At this,
Allah to Southwest, dump Amotekun or lose 2023 presidency. You can see it there on the front page as displayed on your screens. It says it will be used against innocent headers. It's Nnamdi Kanu's swing in Southwest. To hell with their presidency, according to Afenifere. It should go to blazes. Wow, very strong words this morning. And that story is on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper. Let's go to the top of the newspaper. Also, court declares compulsory retirement of Colonel Arigbe wrongful, illegal.
Have you seen it? Look at their excuses. That is another Nnamdi Kanu this thing in the Southwest. As if he's saying that we discourage people from doing. In fact, it would even make them to pursue it more vigorously. You think they want to be left unarmed or open like the people of the Southeast, which is a result of many things, including the failure of leadership from the so-called leaders of the Southeast. Why are they afraid of that? That should be the question. Miyetti Allah, you've done everything to separate yourselves from the killer herdsmen. Now, why are you against a security apparatus that will protect the people against the killer herdsmen, which ultimately would separate you guys from those killer herdsmen? I don't know if you are getting it. I am one of the people that tries every time. The people that try every time to differentiate both sides, because we've known herdsmen all our lives. And now, why would the head of Miyetti Allah be kicking against the thing that will separate these killer terrorists from the real herdsmen who want to take care of their livestock and move their families around and find a green pasture where they could raise their livestock? Are you seeing it? Do these people actually think that people will value ordinary people at this age? You think ordinary Nigerians in the street care about the presidency? Obasanjo was there for 8 years, unstopped, and he didn't do anything to change the lives of his people. You think this one will play? I just don't get it. And it's beginning to look like a conspiracy. I don't want to say it's a conspiracy, but I think it's beginning to look like a conspiracy every given day. Every day they keep proving the people that are pointing some cynical fingers at them right. Maybe we should end the entire Miyetti Allah completely. Why would you put such a thing? Is because there is insecurity. And if anything, it's the fact that every Nigerian agrees that there is insecurity in the land, which everyone, no reasonable person in the world anywhere, whether a Nigerian or not, would disagree with the fact that Nigeria is a failed state. It's not a failing state. It is a failed state. And now, regionally, as it should be, since they don't want to have regional police, as state police, the people have taken it upon them to provide security for themselves, their communities, their families, and their properties. And the group that is telling us that they are not working with Boko Haram are now kicking against it when these people have been set up to fight Boko Haram. Please, is there any other witness you need? And by you, I mean all those people that are accusing them of being behind Boko Haram. What other witness do they need more than the leadership of the Miyetti Allah? With the moves they are making, please, is it that the North will always have something that, and by North, I mean the ruling class of the North, will always dictate to the people how they should live, how they should take care of. In fact, if regions are anything to go by, I am not sure Nigeria should have a northern president in the next 15 years or 16 years. Yes. Your region is the most insecure in Nigeria. Yet you are going to tell people how they are going to do what? Protect themselves. Are you kidding me? Are you serious? These guys are doing everything. In fact, they are doing everything they can. Imagine the other one. What's the name? The one from Kwara State. Kicking against it. Why would this thing even be coming from Muslims? Even Yoruba Muslims, that's saying that it's a Christian, this thing. That is a Christian outfit. What? What? Who cares whether it's a Christian, a Buddhist, a Jewish, Ogboni outfit when all they want to do is protect the masses? Are you telling me that they will protect the homes of the Christians and not those of the Muslims? Now you see why they will always use religion. They will always use religion as the tool it is for the purpose they set it at every given time. Now they want to shift the conversation from protecting a region to a religious issue. Are you seeing how in their little minds, in their little pathetic, idiotic minds, they are willing to, in fact, how do you even stay in your own? I'm losing my chain of thought here. How would you even in your own mind think that telling people this is a Christian something is going to change anyone's mind? Guess what? The people want to protect their lives and properties. They want to protect their communities. They want to protect their family. Whether the security is going to come from a Christian outfit or a Jewish outfit or a Buddhist outfit, who the hell cares? Who cares? And the fact that no one does. All this noise about, please, what reasonable person, what righteous person kicks against security? Now ask yourself, the Southwest are trying to secure themselves from what? And from who? While we don't know, it wouldn't be outside the borders of reasoning to think that anybody kicking against security may probably be the one attacking them. Yes. It's like when you want to wall off your house. You live in a community where you get robbed every time, and you want to protect yourself by installing security cameras, employing gas and all this thing. And someone, a neighbor of yours is trying to discourage you from doing it. Wouldn't you look at that neighbor and be like, maybe this may be the person doing these things all the time? Just tell me. Who in their right minds doesn't believe that every region should have their own security? Like I told you before, this is not an attack on the Yoruba nation or the Southwest geopolitical zone of Nigeria. This is an attack on freedom. Attack on freedom to protect your lives and properties. Attack on your freedom to protect your communities. If they don't reform Nigeria, if it continues in this trend, with this trend, believe me, Nigeria will not be there in the next 8 years. It's that simple. And given that these guys are a bunch of morons, non-entities, idiots who know nothing, they just, each time you see them flying to London every now and then coming back, they are just going there to take orders. We are calling Buhari Ajala the traveler. Guess what? Jonathan was Ajala too. Obasanjo was the head. The person who didn't travel so much that time was Yaradua. And a few times he did, he was going there on medical checkup. That may be probably where they killed him. Huh? Yes. But all these ones, they don't see, my people. It is not about the Yoruba nation. It's about freedom. It's about liberty. You cannot have freedom and liberty without security. You can't have success. You can't have progress. See what they are doing. If you have regional securities, do you think someone will come and rig your election from Abuja when the time comes? Just understand the bigger picture here. Do you actually think that? Do you actually think that if you have a well-regulated militia that protects your people, your region, your zone, do you think that during election, people like MC Oluomo and his co will come to that place to do what exactly? There will be guns on both sides. Then if you manage to secure your votes and everything is being done in the open, forget whichever bastard they put at the head of the Supreme Court or whatever judge they may appoint. There are things they just can't do. Do you actually think that if in the Southeast they have something like this, that someone will give such a judgment against Emeka Ihedioha? No, the people will move out in the streets and protest. Police will not shoot them. Why? Because everyone will be armed. Everyone would be armed. This is what they are trying to avoid. And Tinubu will always toe the line of Abuja. Why? He has his eyes on the presidency. He is a beloved son of the people that control Nigeria through the Chatham House. You have to go back in history and study how they conquered Nigeria, how they took over the whole place before the amalgamation. The amalgamation came last. It was the last thing they did. That amalgamation was just a contract signed by the British monarchy and the other people we are not allowed to mention here. You know them. If you don't know them already, I'm sorry. You may contact me privately and I will tell you who those people are. But before that, go and check the battles they fought to give these people they gave power, the power they gave them. It's what they are trying. Do you think that every Nigerian don't know history? Do you think that these people don't know the history of Nigeria and what something like this is going to cause? And believe me, most of the politicians don't even know why people are kicking against this. The others have been given from London. Yes, that's the capital city of Nigeria. They can't come. See, regional security will bring regional governance. And regional governance is not what these people want. It threatens the whole political class in Nigeria, and it threatens the British hand in Nigeria, the Western hand in Nigeria, heavily championed by the British and the French. Are you getting me? They have been planning evil against the Southerners. That's the reason they are not in support of. Listen, from day one, they've tilted the balance of power to always favor the North. Now, the problem is this. Even the northerners don't know that they are victims of the same system. There is a reason you have this blatant oligarchy in the north. Go and check all the northern oligarchs. They all made their money from government. No one invented any damn shit. The other people that didn't make their money from the current system of government made their money through slavery. Through slavery. All the emirs in the north, let me tell you, all these old-time emirs, they are just slave traders. All those kings you're seeing, all those nonsense. No one created you and put a crown over you that you must submit to. All those guys were just warlords. Thieves, armed robbers. Have you asked yourself why all these ancient wars were fought? Why exactly do you think ordinary people want to fight with each other? These gangs have been controlling the masses for the past 6,000 years at least. They know the system. And this is, any northerner that is kicking against this is a fool. And this is why they don't want their people educated. When you see them getting them admitted into colleges and universities with ridiculous marks, how can you even admit someone that scored 10% in an exam, let alone 4? 4. At a time in Zamfara, it was 2 for girls, 4 for boys. And the same people will be put in positions of power tomorrow. How don't the country collapse? How don't the country become the eyesore it is now? Their people don't even know it. They think their political class are doing things on their behalf. These people want power. Ask yourself as a northern Nigerian, that power your people have been holding for the past 50-something years they created Nigeria, what has it given you? Has it made your life better? They will push them out to go and fight the people they don't have issues with. Why do you think they don't want to talk about the Biafran war? Not just because for the sake of the Igbos or because I'm an Igbo man. Even when you go into the actual cause of the Biafran war, you find out that even Ojukwu was not totally right. They don't want to teach you your history, because when they do, you find out that most of these wars are just egos of men. Egos of top men that were put over you as your ruler. And because you've been seeing them from the lens of an ignorant person, you are seeing them as these gigantic people, as this class that is impregnable, that no one can penetrate, as if they were born with special talent, special gifts to be there. No, they were all selected to be there. And they will do anything to maintain the system. The current oppressive system of Nigeria will never thrive if you have Amotekun. Why? Because other regions will copy it. This is what they are afraid of. This is what they are against. Not necessarily the Southwest. And now they will have to dangle a token before them. 2023 presidency. Who cares? Who the hell cares? Who cares where the president will come from as long as their lives will be bettered? Who does? No one. No one. And some Southerners are already kicking against it. Hey, don't you know that they want to form it like OPC? What's your business? Do you actually think that the people who set up this thing will be stupid enough to do something that will make the hand of the federal government come hard on them? They are using fear to cow you. This is fear mongering. It's fear mongering. How many people have OPC members killed in the last 10 years in Nigeria? How many people have the Boko Haram guys killed. Boko Haram as a group has killed more Nigerians in a year than OPC will ever do in the next 100 years. And they have the backing of these people. One day I will do a program about that Boko Haram issue, and I will tell you how they are being sponsored not by people in your government, but the people that own your government. Especially the British and the French, the Americans too. They need your population cut down. They need you destabilized. Because if you are not, they are not going to keep getting these things they are getting. Your oil wells are owned by these people. You think that those your people they say own those oil wells actually own those things? Go and check it. They are broke. There are amounts of money they can't even access in the account they opened by themselves. Then if they demand it too much, they will charge them for corruption and freeze the accounts. In case you don't know, they are all slaves. This is one thing they can't say openly because it's going to bring destruction upon them and their family. They know that they can't survive in the system like Nigeria without money. That's why they keep holding on to power so strong, so tough, and don't want to let go. That's exactly the game they are playing. There is a bigger picture to this. Tinubu will not openly come out to say he is against Amotekun. Why? Because the remaining people who are still supporting him blindly would abandon him. And when he loses the support of those masses, he is gone. Go and check it right now. Most of the people that will be following Tinubu now are just, he knows how to rent a crowd anyway. But there are people who are fooled by those rented crowds. And they think he has a support. Now those people have abandoned him. They've abandoned him. Now imagine how worse it could have been had he come out openly to say, I'm against this. I want every Yoruba person to know that your brother, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is willing to trade you for position. He knows that whatever Boko Haram does, it will not affect him. He doesn't go into Wuse market. When he's moving around, he's moving with many escorts. It can't get to him, it can't get to his family. So you are just a bargaining chip. You are just a pawn in the game. They believe that they are part of the system that will rule Nigeria and their families will rule forever. So they are willing to do whatever they are being told to. By the powers that be. He answers to Abuja, Abuja answers to London. It's that simple. They dread freedom. They dread liberty. Because they don't know what the outcome would be when a genuine democracy is being set up in Nigeria. They don't know what the outcome would be. They don't know if they will be jailed or killed. Certainly they will go on exile, for sure. They've crossed the Rubicon, no going back. That's why I see most of them, they are willing to allow genocide to occur as long as they remain in power. So my people, that's all I have to say about this. But I just hope we've opened the eyes of a couple of people, and anyone whose eyes have not been opened by now, I don't think anything else will open the person's eye. Please help me share this across the social media platform. Like, comment, it helps in the algorithm, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that. I hope to see you soon. See you on the flip side.